Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Quick video here. The reason the federal government employs a workforce of trolls that are very active on the web, trying to discredit people such as myself, is because trolling is highly effective. I can't tell you how many people get turned against me because of the word of trolls. You can see this comment that this guy leaves here, E. Fortuna. You know, he's saying what he thinks is maybe going on. He says, maybe they're watching your pics and they're fucking with you. And, I don't know if that's the case, but based on what Joe Buck did yesterday in the game with Jensen coming off the mound, number 74, and Joe Buck emphasizing that they're playing Tupac in the crowd, after I just put out a video talking about the significance of Jensen wearing 74 and what that has to do with Tupac and Machiavelli and Kanye West and dead rappers and Jesus on the cross. It really does make me wonder. Joe Buck has to shout out that they're playing Tupac just while number 74 is right on the screen walking off the field. And Joe Buck's known for doing stuff like this. But it just seems so weird in light of the fact that I just brought awareness to this 2 days before he made the comment. And I'm telling you guys, the way everything lined up last night for the Astros, I still don't know how they didn't win. And with what Sports Illustrated wrote today, check out the Sports Illustrated article that's linked on my blog. Sports Illustrated wrote an article like the Astros should have won yesterday, but they're still going to win today. That's interesting too. And they're talking about their magazine cover from 2014, which I've been bringing a lot of awareness to. You guys, I've been in the national media's vision since the end of 2015. The biggest article written about me was January 27th, 2016 by the USA Today, but I've had Sports Illustrated write about me. I've had ESPN writers make fun of me. I've had Fox Sports writers make fun of me. I've had a lot of, pretty major publications take a stab at me, but the biggest article by far, that USA Today article. So the national media is aware of me. And I'm sure they are paying attention to me because their troll force is here all the time. But anyway, just look, a troll who's always here trolling, he starts saying to this guy, dude, the elite aren't worried about him. He works for, they're not worried about me? Hey, are they writing articles about you, man? Are they trying to make fun of you and discredit you? Are you having people threaten you? Are you getting letters in your mailbox being threatened? Are you getting threats for Christmas Eve and having cars crash through your house? Because all of these things are happening to me. Are you having feds run you off the road and then you get home and your home's been fucked with? And then next thing you know, your entire home's broken into and burglarized and everything's stolen? Because these are all the things I've been living with since 2014, a year after I began this work. Since then it's been constant negative harassment. And if you guys follow my blog, there's trolls that live there. They're the first people to comment on every post. It's like they don't even sleep. It's like they must take crystal meth all day because they're just there all the time. Doesn't matter if I post at 2 a.m. or 5 in the morning. They're there commenting and trolling right away. Same thing with my YouTube videos. And because my pick is wrong yesterday, the trolling's through the roof. The trolls finally have something to work with. Oh, see, Zach's wrong. His work's all bullshit, which is just such a stupid opinion. They've all had to sit quiet for months because I haven't been wrong about anything for a while. And, am I even wrong? I called the score of yesterday's game. I said why I expected the score to be 3-1. I just thought it would go in favor of Houston. So, you win some, you lose some. But I'm definitively proving how the world of sports is scripted and how it's synced up with the news, which I proved again yesterday with what happened in Manhattan. It couldn't be any more obvious. But look at this. This guy leaves his comment, and this guy who was just writing a supportive comment, then he's like, huh? If that's the case, is he doing this gematria analysis on his own? He generates info like a computer programmer. Is he working with a team or a group of people? And the answer is no. You guys, I'm a skilled person. I used to work in a real estate office, and I made 5 times as much as everybody else in the office because I was 5 times more productive. And you know what? I used to sleep through middle school, high school, college, graduate school, and get straight A's. I'm a pretty sharp guy. I can work quick. I've just rewritten a 350-page book starting September 28th, September 27th, somewhere around there. I've now written my book 5 total times, and I've just decided to start all over from fresh scratch again with what I know, and I got 350 pages produced, and it's all awesome. And it'll be coming out here in just the days ahead, just putting the finishing touches on it. The point is I can get a lot done. You know, I can pump out videos, I can keep the blog going, I can write a 350-page book. That's who I am. You know, so many people have started this thing. It's impossible for Zach to do what he does, to put out all that. There's just people who, you know, they can't relate because they don't have the skills. That's all. Well, what team do you see behind me? You know, the only team that I have are the people who make helpful contributions to my blog and my video channel. Nothing I'm doing is impossible, you know? Just because I'm more competent, and skilled than the average person doesn't mean I'm a shill. It's just an idiotic opinion. And it's this kind of shit that just makes me say, or you know what, this is the kind of shit that validates what everyone around me says. Like, Zach, why do you keep trying to help out people? Just go back to taking care of you, you know? Work, make money. I've taken 4 years off to put out this knowledge to try to change this world, to make something happen. And most people, I mean, look at just how easily they're taken. A troll comes along, and then this guy, he's just sucked right in. I guess then he and Tony the Tiger... Look, Tony, tell it like it is. I can't endorse him at all. You know, Tony, since the moment he's shown up, has seemed like an agent or a troll or a shill to me. He came out of nowhere when I was doing my Super Bowl 50 work. He was acting like he was the commander of Gematria, and he was so certain that the Cardinals and Steelers would be the Super Bowl, and I was wrong about the Broncos and Panthers. He was just spamming everywhere. You're wrong. It's going to be Steelers, Cardinals. And I was like, no, I don't even know where you came from. I don't care about your Gematria analysis. And every year, Tony just makes the same predictions. It's going to be Steelers and Cardinals in the Super Bowl. It's going to be Steelers and Cardinals in the Super Bowl. The Dodgers are going to win the World Series. I mean, he keeps making the exact same predictions and using, you know, just whatever information he can grab to prove his point. That's not an authentic way to do this study. And he continues to do what I've asked him to stop doing. He'll make up a sentence, decode the sentence, and say, see, that means they're going to win. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? That is not how this work works. You take what's being given in the media, you decode that, you look at the information relevant to the games. That's how you decode. Not what Tony's doing, which is a fucking joke. And I've shown Tony that he's only utilizing half the code by continuing to use Ride the Beast. Notice he doesn't want to look at even the other half of the code. So I can't, I mean, Tony, I do think Tony's a shill or an agent. I mean, he's wrong on practically everything. Even if he's right about the Dodgers this year, who gives a shit? I mean, he just says the same thing every year. And it's not based in any good research. So anyway, don't equate me with Tony. And that's the other thing. YouTube promotes Tony's work. It's so pathetic how all of you seem to know Tony's name, but you don't know who Dan Barrett is. You don't know who Chigozi Truth is. Most of you still don't even know who Derek is. But somehow all of you know about fucking Tony, whose work is pathetic and irrelevant. I don't care if Tony made a video saying that, you know, I'm Gematria God and there should be a holiday. It's just, to me, it's embarrassing. I don't want to be endorsed by Tony because Tony makes this work look like shit, okay? I mean, it's just, people are just so dumb. I guess, I mean, this guy went from leaving a good comment to, you know, a troll comes along, now he's just sucked in. I guess he and Tony the Tiger, I think that's his name. He looks like a mobster. Tony is a little Italian kid. I don't know who he is. Tony, though, just the way he came on, so arrogant, and just with his stupid-ass picks and predictions, it's just, he's not a good student. I've always said he's my worst student. And YouTube lets you guys get all of his videos in your feed, but you don't find the people who are actually good at this work. So think about that. Maybe it's a racket and they're all part of a scheme. I mean, just this is why they employ trolls. Because trolls just go around and you just suck people in and deceive people.